I remember a long time ago, perhaps at the beginning of 2001, I was sitting in the cafe area of a Borders bookstore, and I was flipping through some books, and drinking coffee, and on a table next to me there was a young couple. They weren't older than 40, and you could see that it was a separating couple, that they were in the process of separating, and on the table there were a bunch of receipts, and yeah, and there was there was some financial dispute. They were trying to settle some financial dispute. At one point, the gentleman slyly kind of said to the lady in an almost mocking way, "I'm not the one going out with my friends every weekend and partying," something like that. And the lady didn't answer anything. They had a daughter, yeah, because they mentioned their daughter. It's not as if I was listening to their convo, but it was within earshot of where I was sitting, so I could hear, without making an effort to hear. Yeah, and yeah. So these were people who were separating. So the atmosphere was pretty somber. You could feel that they didn't like each other anymore, and I'm thinking to myself, well, probably these were 10 years ago. These were people who were in college, or 10 years ago, or like 15 years ago. They were college sweethearts. The guy was probably a jock, and the lady was probably a cheerleader. The guy was probably fawning all over her, or the lady was probably fawning all over the guy, and they probably loved each other and wanted to have a beautiful family. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, they loved each other. How can it be that people who loved each other authentically, genuinely, who loved each other, who projected to build up a life together, to have a life together, how how can it go from from such a project, from such a beautiful project, to being in the kind of a badly lit uh, Borders cafe, and talking about